Hey everybody, how's it going? We're here with a timeless reading. Welcome to the channel. Okay, first card that we have out is Three of Cups. Three of Cups is usually seen as a happy time. There can be somebody that you're connecting with, somebody that you have plans with. There can be like a meeting, a hangout, an event. Can just be about like connection that's happening. Seeing the Death card come through. I do keep seeing Seven of Swords on the bottom of the deck. It seems like something is shifting emotionally. Turning into something that you want. Okay. Turning in the direction of something that you want. Something is changing in a way. And as it's changing, the direction is turning. And the direction is turning towards something that you want. This feels like something going on. Let's actually clarify. Okay, so Three of Cups is being clarified by Three of Cups. Three of Cups is usually like, There's something that you've been feeling stressed out about. So let's break this down. Three of Cups can be like hanging out with somebody where it's like, or socializing in some way. So it's like I usually socialize like this, or like I like to spend my time over there. Whatever this is, having the Death card means that it's like going through some type of change. But I'm seeing that it's changing in the direction of something that you want. So you may feel like this is necessary in order for it to be readjusted towards what you want. Because maybe something was happening where you were like, this isn't what I want anymore, or like this isn't aligned anymore. What I'm seeing is that things are shifting in a way that feels aligned to you. So like, I don't know what this was. It can be like a friendship, but I also see Three of Cups as like the ways that we spend time when we socialize, whether this be with a particular person or just in general. We're gonna get more about this, see. But yeah, something that you were doing before, you may not do that anymore. Like you're not gonna go to that place anymore, but it's because you're gonna be doing something that you'd rather be doing. And it can be in the same vein too. Like it's probably something social in some type of way, but it's gonna be like a different way that this is gonna be happening. So it can be like, I spent my Tuesday nights usually at pottery class, and now instead you're going to be going to the dance hall. Like whatever this is that's happening, it's like maybe you felt inspired to spend your time socializing in that way, and now for some reason the way that this is being shown is that something wasn't working for you. And so this is going to be a happy shift that's happening where you're like, this works better for me. Or it's like maybe something you felt like medium about, and now you're like, I feel thrilled about this. But whatever this change is that's happening, even though it can feel uncomfortable with the Death card, because it's like, now I have to give up this, or like I can't do that anymore, because Death card usually is like surrender. I need to take this away from you. But what it's going to give you in exchange is something that you want more. And so your guides are saying you just need to trust the process of this. You may feel at first like something's being taken away from you, but you're going to be handed something better than what you're exchanging for. So you get the better end of this deal anyway. That's what your guides are saying. So you just need to trust the process. This doesn't feel like it's going to be a long drawn out thing. I'm just seeing the timing of this. Be very particular. But something that you want is going to be delivered right to you, because it's time. But you may have felt before like this wasn't something, like you weren't able to connect with this before, or like you didn't have the opportunity, or that it wasn't time for this to happen. Now it is. In a surprising way too, some of you guys are meeting someone. That's why you're not going to do what you were doing before. Your guides are bringing you into union with somebody. This will feel like an unplanned, surprising type of thing. Yep. How about that? So whatever this was that you were doing before, you could have felt like you were going through it because you were like, I loved spending my time doing that, or like I was really happy about this, or like I cherished that relationship. Whatever this is, it was something that you enjoyed, that it feels okay. Listen, when you get to the end of this, you're going to be like, I'm so happy that this happened. But when you're at the beginning of this, you're going to be like, everything's being taken away from me. Like, why do I have to surrender everything? That's what it's going to feel like in the beginning. But I'm telling you that it's like time for you to have something else, and it's something that you want. You're going to be like, I would have given this away like 10 times more if I knew I was going to get this thing. It's like something that you're going to be thrilled about, like beyond thrilled about. This is something that I'm hearing it meets the requirements. It's of something that you want on a deep, deep level. And it has to do with connection. It has to do with like emotions and stuff, and like feeling probably like intimacy or like socializing, just something that you feel emotionally involved in. And it definitely has to do with you connecting, for sure. But what I'm seeing over here is that at first you can be like, why is this happening? Or like, what am I going to do now? And I'm seeing there be like a transitional space too. It feels like something that you were doing before that you were enjoying it, but it's like that's not going to be happening anymore. But it's because it's being replaced. I feel like we've said this so many times now. It's going to be something better. It's going to be something much better. This is something that will work better for you. It will flow better for you. And it's because you're ready for it now. There was something about like you within your development where something wasn't ready yet. I don't know what type of development. That's just a word that's coming through. Something within the development. It wasn't ready. Now it's ready. Yeah, it's something about you being ready to receive this now. But you've been patiently waiting for it. You could have felt like you came out on the other side of something and you were like, so where is it? But I'm seeing that this will be dispensed. The timing is super, super specific. It's like something is on a time release here, and that's when it's going to come through, but it's worth the wait because it's something that you want. You'll believe it when you see it. Just remember this. Because for those of you that you're not at this point where this thing has come through yet, but you're at that point where you're like, I was having fun doing this, and then it came to an end, and then I wasn't able to do that anymore, or like I love to go bowling on Friday nights, and they shut down the bowling alley. It's like, whatever this was, the route was cut off for you. I don't even think that you were like in control of how this was, but it's like, nope, you can't do that anymore, can't go that way anymore. But it was because like something else needed to come through. So I'm seeing your guides are like busy making room. So that's why they're telling you let go of it, because they're like trying to yank things out of your hands when you're fighting this. So if you can just like surrender to the flow of things, it's really going to work out for you here. I mean, it's going to work out for you anyway, even if you're not trying to surrender, because this thing, you're not going to be able to hold on to this. It's going to like evaporate from your hands eventually if you're still trying to cling to it. But this situation is going to be much better, much, much better. Even if what you were enjoying before was great, this is going to be even greater. And that's why you're going to feel like this is worth the wait. But I'm seeing there's definitely a waiting period. Like your guides, this thing is on a time release, whatever this is. It's the manifestation of something that you want. It's a wish fulfillment that's coming through. You're not going to be... You're soon going to be very busy, is what I'm seeing. You're about to start something that you want. This is like a path that you were always like, if I get an opportunity to go that way, I'm going to do this. Now it's coming through for you. But this is going to be like delivered to you where you'll be like, now you'll start to recognize the pattern of like, oh, I saw that thing stopped over there and then I got moved over here. And when you get further along, you're going to look back and be like, I understand like everything that happened that felt like it's going to feel more synchronistic once you get further along within this. You're going to see that there's a very specific layout to how things are happening. I'm trying to like lay it out as specifically as possible so you guys can recognize this pattern when it's taking place. You were doing something and having fun, whatever this was. It was something socially where you were having a good time and you felt like you were connecting. Then that thing halted. And it stopped where you can't go back into it. So it's like you can't go there anymore. Like the bowling alley shut down. It's inaccessible. I'm seeing that part of this had to do with something that needed to be done and energy that you're stepping into. But it basically, you came out as the empress because of needing to go through this. So it's something that you could feel like you really matured through this process and you really developed through this process, especially within your feminine energy, which all of us have. Because you're coming out as the empress, this means too that you don't have to go chasing after this thing that you want. It's going to be delivered to you because you're in your feminine energy, which means you're being receptive. But this situation is what made you receptive because it was like, you were doing something that you had something that you liked. It's taken away. So then you're like, and with that, you having your palms open like this, you're receptive to what's going to come through energetically, and that thing is going to be delivered. But if you had had this thing before, you wouldn't have been like that. You would have still been holding on to something. So that's why your guides are saying, release this if you feel like it's getting pulled away. This can also be like a friend group too, where like something is happening too and there's like a splitting off. But it's because like the direction that you're going in, it's like you're meant to be going this way. This is a really good thing that's happening. Like this is something very, very significant that's happening with you, where there's a major type of development within your energy. I'm hearing broadcasting. So then when the time is right, so I'm seeing you get to this place and you're like, I've been standing here, like when is this thing going to come through? I'm seeing like when the time is right, this thing that you want is going to come through. And you're going to feel really, really happy about this as well. And this is going to be something, you'll be very into this, and this is something that you wanted. Like this isn't just your guides being like, here, take this, I hope you're happy with it. This is something where they looked on your wish list and they're like, okay, we'll bring this to them. And that's what they're going to bring through for you. And it's something that you want. And this is something where it's not just like one thing that gets like plopped in your lap and that's it. This is something that it's going to be the beginning of something that you're going to continue to do. It's like a path that you're going to go down. So it's not just like, here, we're dropping you at this location and that's it. It's like you're going to start walking down. There's like a thing that's going to be starting that's connected with this. So it's going to be like a whole thing that you're doing, like a whole venture that you're going to be doing. But it's something that feels exciting to you and it's something that you want to be doing. You wanted this and you want to be doing this. So that's what's happening. So if you have some stuff that's falling through and you're like, why is this happening right now? This is why it's happening right now. This feels like an energetic check-in to me. They needed to get you to focus so you could move forward, is what I'm seeing. This is going to be something that you'll be very, very happy about. Yeah. They needed to bring you to this point so you could see what was going on. When you like reflect on the patterns of this, you're going to recognize what's happening too, and you'll be like, oh yeah, and you'll be able to see where you are within the cycle. If you're in the waiting period, there's nothing that you can do to speed this up. There's a very specific time that this is going to be taking place, and it's beyond your control. So you don't need to, that's also part of the message here too. Because you're in this state of the Empress, you don't need to do anything. This is going to like be brought to you. You don't need to go out searching for this. This is going to be brought right to you. But it's going to happen, it's like a time release thing. It's going to happen right at the correct time. I feel like that covers all of the bases, all of the important highlights that I'm seeing here. I'm hearing the word mystery. I'm looking at Sagittarius, Scorpio, Venus. I'm hearing Pluto, and I'm also looking at Jupiter as well. This is going to be a big thing that you'll be starting. Whatever this is that's like begging to come to an end, if you're at the beginning portion of this, release it. It's going to allow things to continue when you're ready. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.